did he get so fat?
He only stops eating when it's time for a drink.
No, that's not true. My metabolism is very slow.
The link between how much we eat and how much we weigh has been obvious since the dawn of time. In the Renaissance age, being a bit overweight was actually considered a sign of nobility. It meant you had money to afford a lot of food. That's why Mona Lisa was a bit chubby, but she was smoking hot at that time. But somehow, after the 1960s, people seemed to get dumber and dumber when it came to nutrition. Clever marketers actually managed to convince the population it wasn't food quantity that made them fat, it was carbs, or dietary fat, or eating in the evening, or skipping breakfast, or eating protein and carbs in the same meal, or any other of the stupid reasons. This scheme was so successful that today, if you ask the average person what makes them fat, they'll actually not say food quantity, which is the obvious reason. They'll put the blame on carbs or fats or any other of the myths floating around. Before we get any further, I want to make it crystal clear that ShredSmart is not a fat diet. You won't find any tricks or biohacks here. This program is based on what you already know it's true. To lose fat, you have to eat less for a while. There's no way around that. You have to eat fewer calories than your body burns in a day. Now I know a lot of people will say, right, if fat loss was so simple, then why isn't everyone walking around shredded? That's the million-dollar question. In order to get lean, you must maintain a 20-25% calorie deficit every day for as long as it takes to get the fat off. It's very simple. The problem though lies in the as long as it takes part. If you have 10 to 15 pounds or 5 to 7 kilograms of fat to lose, that means you have to stay in a deficit for 6 to 12 weeks. So for about 2 months, you have to be conscious of how much you eat, resist cravings, and manage social events where you have to eat out. And that's the problem right there. It's not that people don't know what to do. It's the patience, the waiting game, habit change. That's the problem. Most people have no problem sticking to an extreme plan for a few days. Feeling miserable for a week to get to their goal is a very attractive trade-off. But as we all know, these plans don't work. Fat loss takes time. You can't lose 10 to 15 pounds of fat in a week, not even if you fast for 7 days. So the only way you're gonna ever reach your fat loss goals is if you learn how to stay in a moderate calorie deficit for a long period of time. And that is what you learn from ShredSmart program. Now let's get a little technical. There are 2 ways to maintain the deficit necessary for fat loss. Number 1, pure willpower. This is the scenario where you know you have to eat less, so you just do it. It doesn't matter how you feel, how hungry you are, or what social events you have to turn down. You do whatever it takes to be in a deficit. I admire that a lot, and it works absolutely great. However, what are you doing with your life? By doing this, you can no longer do the things you wanted your physique for in the first place. Things like going out, hanging out with girls, or chilling with your friends or family. You just defeated the whole purpose of being fit. No, pure willpower is not the way. So consider the next point. Fitting your fitness plan into your lifestyle. This is where you learn to eat a calorie deficit without making a fuss about it. You don't talk about your diet, you don't think about your diet, because it's normal. All lean people who are also sane, which are pretty rare by the way, know this secret. They engineer their food environment and eating habits so that they don't need to use willpower all the time. I'm not gonna lie, this is a skill, and as all skills, it takes time and practice to master. But if you take the time to learn how to fit your diet into your lifestyle, you will be amazed by how easy it is to reach your fat loss goals. Fitting your fitness plan into your lifestyle comes down to mastering 3 things: hunger, cravings, and social eating events. Managing hunger is the big one. Feeling satiated on fewer calories than you're used to takes a special approach. You have to trick your mind and body into thinking you're eating more food than you actually are. In this program, we're gonna use 2 ways to do that. eating lower calorie foods so you can eat the same volume of food as before, and eating bigger meals less frequently so you get stuffed once a day even in a deficit. Is it really possible to eat the same amount of food and still be in a deficit? Surprisingly, yes. You'll learn how to do that in the chapter on food choices. Number 2. Eliminating cravings. Would you be willing to give up all your favorite foods so you can be as shredded as possible? Some people do just that, but there's a better way. We want an amazing physique so we can enjoy our life more, not subtract from it. And delicious food is a pleasurable experience I think no one would like to give up on. Here's the good news. If you learn how to manage your meals in a day, you can still have any food you like and still be in a deficit. You'll learn how to do that in the chapter on intermittent fasting. Number 3. Managing social events. Would you go to your mother's birthday party and refuse to eat the cake she baked so you can be as shredded as possible? That's got to be painful. Some people do it, but I'd never want to do that. You can still attend social events and maintain your calorie deficit. You'll learn how to do that again in the chapter on intermittent fasting. So that is the basic fat loss plan, our plan of action. But if your goal is to get shredded, your main focus during a cut should not be just weight loss. It should be fat loss with muscle maintenance or muscle growth. Losing weight doesn't necessarily mean your body composition, the fat to muscle ratio in your body, is improving. That is because some of that lost weight may be muscle mass. Crash dieters often experience this disappointment. They lose weight fast in an effort to lose fat fast, but discover that they look just as soft and flabby as before, even though they are 5 to 10 pounds lighter. If you're going to lose weight, I want every pound you lose to be body fat. At the end of your cut, I want you to have a ripped physique, not just be skinny. To do that, you learn how to train to maintain or gain muscle while cutting. Actually, half of the ShredSmart program is dedicated to training. This is not just a diet plan. Now, I have to tell you the bad part about ShredSmart. The training routines are very detailed and specific. You're going to have to concentrate when you read. But once you understand how to apply the periodization model, you'll make progress like never before. Alright, so now I think you have a pretty clear picture of what the ShredSmart program can offer you. Now we have to talk about the price. The fitness programs I studied over the years cost between $40 and $60. But I'm not going to do that. The good part for you is that I live in Romania. And because of the massive exchange rate difference, I can actually charge a lower price, which is good for you. How low? It's $27. It's not that low, but it's lower than the market price. To get it, click on the checkout button below this video. You'll be redirected to our secure page, and in about 2 minutes you'll have ShredSmart on your computer or mobile device. Of course, we also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can buy this program, read it, follow it, and if in the first 30 days it doesn't work, then you can send me an email and I'll send you all your money back. No questions asked. Now, in closing, I want to tell you that it's up to you to decide if ShredSmart is for you. If you're familiar with my YouTube videos and articles and you like them, know that ShredSmart is better. It's my best work so far. Now, if you stumbled on this page and you don't know who I am or you don't trust me at all, then I understand. I would encourage you to first study my free content. If you like what you see and you trust what I'm saying, then you can come back to this page. And if you don't come back, that's okay. ShredSmart will still be here, helping people transform their physiques. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Click the button below to join, and I will see you inside the ShredSmart program.